I am gonna make 10 low-carb appetizers for you today. I got a request to make this video, so I'm super excited to share with you my 10 favorite low-carb appetizers. They're quick and easy, which you know I love if you've been around my channel. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe. Lots of recipes for you. So let's get these 10 appetizers going. So I'm going to make some stuffed mushrooms. These are so easy and definitely low carb. So I have my mushrooms and I have my favorite jalapeno artichoke dip that I just get at Walmart already pre-made. It's kind of in their deli section, but I am just stuffing the dip into the center of the mushroom, and these are so good and very quick and easy. I am going to cook them in my air fryer. So I like to line my air fryer with a liner just to make cleanup really simple. My air fryer is really easy to clean, so I don't always use the liner, but I'm going to add the liner in and add in each mushroom. And then these don't take long to cook at all. They take about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to put it on my bake setting at 325. I'm going to change it to 10 minutes, and then these are ready to go. They come out so perfect, so nice and low carb, and so tasty, tons and tons of flavor. I love just grab and go bite-sized appetizers. So I'm going to make some deviled eggs. Deviled eggs are one of my favorite low carb appetizers, definitely high in protein, super healthy. So I boiled my eggs for 20 minutes and then I take them out and put them in a bowl of ice water for another 10 minutes, and this just helps the shell come off really easily, and it just makes them perfect to open up for the deviled egg. So now that they have cooled for a few minutes, I am just going to cut them open nice and gently so that I can save the egg white part, and then I'm going to save the yolk. So of each one, I have half a cup of mayonnaise, and I'm going to add the yolk from each egg into my mayonnaise mixture. I'm also going to add in some Dijon mustard. I have a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and then I'm going to use salt and pepper to taste. So as much of the salt and pepper that you would like. So these are definitely they're easy, very simple ingredients and low carb, which I absolutely love. And you can just pop these in your mouth. So I always have to be careful not to eat too many, because too much of anything is always not a great thing. But these are so tasty and so just perfect for any kind of function, grab and go appetizer. So I'm gonna fill in each egg with the mixture, and then once they are done, I will add on top just a sprinkle of paprika. Gives it a really great flavor, and then also makes these really pretty as well on the plate. So perfect appetizer for any kind of party, summertime, springtime, all year round really, and very low carb, of course. So I'm going to do some meatballs. We do a lot of meatballs in the Crockpot with our family, all kinds of functions. We just love doing meatball appetizers. So I have frozen meatballs and then my favorite barbecue sauce, but there's a lot of really good sugar-free barbecue sauces out there. The J. Hughes brand is really great. I get that one at Walmart. So you just add in your meatballs and your favorite barbecue sauce, and you can cook these on high for about 2 hours, stirring occasionally, or you can cook them on low for about 3 hours. But these are such a great low carb appetizer. All you need to do is put a little container of toothpicks next to this crock pot, and they are grab and go and so good. This is one of my favorite appetizers. I love making it. So I have my shrimp that is defrosted. It is deveined, but I keep the tail on. I have my seasonings, cayenne, paprika. I have onion powder, garlic powder. And I am going to just toss these into the seasoning, and I'm going to cook these on my stove. And shrimp is really quick and easy to cook, which I love because I love anything that is quick and easy. and these are just delicious. I could honestly just eat the shrimp on its own, but I'm gonna make this into a really delicious appetizer with some guacamole and a cucumber slice. So I have 2 avocados that I'm going to mash up. I have a tablespoon of lime juice, some salt to taste, very simple, and I'm just going to mash this up with my fork and make it nice and creamy. And I'm going to now slice my cucumber. So very refreshing, super healthy. And I'm going to put a dollop of the avocado mixture, the guacamole mixture, onto each cucumber. And then once I have that plated, I will add on top a shrimp. And I have taken the tails off of the shrimp now, so I will just add the shrimp right on top. These are a huge crowd pleaser. I make these all the time, and everybody always loves them. So you will really love this low carb appetizer, super healthy, and really just a really good crowd pleaser. I'll put the recipe for this in the description box if you want to make it. Definitely check out the description box. So my next low carb appetizer I am making today is some little Caprese skewers on a toothpick. So I have my mozzarella pearls, and I just love buying them this way. They're so convenient, come in little ball shapes. I have my fresh basil, I have my cherry tomatoes, and I'm just going to stick everything on a toothpick, and once I have it all done, I will drizzle it with a balsamic glaze. And these are so refreshing, so healthy. Everybody loves these. I love anything on a toothpick. Any appetizers on a toothpick are definitely a big hit with me. You don't have to get your hands dirty. You don't have to even have a plate even most of the time, and just a grab and go. So I am just doing the whole plate full of these little Caprese little toothpicks, and then I will drizzle the balsamic on. You can also just do a side of balsamic in a small dipping bowl if you'd like, but it looks nice and pretty just drizzled with this balsamic. You can make your own balsamic. I buy this one at Walmart. It's just really convenient and it's really good. It's got kind of a kick to it. It's got a little heat to it, but it's really good. So it does not get more low carb than cheese and salami. I mean, it is definitely one of the most low carb things you can have. So I'm dicing up my cheese. I have some salami, I have some pepperoni, I have some pickles and olives. So like I mentioned, I just love toothpick appetizers. So I'm adding all of this onto a toothpick. It is grab and go. It is low carb, very easy, and these are so cute. Just a fun thing to take to a party or to serve at any kind of function. Nice and light and definitely low carb for sure. So I am just doing a whole bunch of these, and then I'm going to now I have some cheddar cheese that I will add with the salami. So just dicing this cheese up into cubes, and then I will stick everything onto the little toothpick, and then they will be ready to go. Slicing up my pickles. You can buy pickles that are already sliced, like the little sandwich pickles, but I really like these little baby dills. They're one of my favorites. So I've got my cheese, my salami, and my pickle, and you can kind of fold the salami however you would like, but these are just really kind of cute. A little kind of charcuterie type little appetizer plate, but keeping it low carb, and just a really awesome grab and go. So these turn out really great. I'm going to do a spinach dip in the Crockpot. I love using my Crockpot for appetizers, and I also love spinach dip. It is one of my weaknesses for sure. So I am adding in my frozen chopped spinach. I have cream cheese, and you can serve this with some sliced veggies. I love serving it with sliced bell pepper. It's really delicious. You can also grab some low carb crackers if you'd like, but definitely stick away from the really heavy carb crackers and breads. So I'm adding in 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. I have shredded Parmesan cheese as well. I'm going to add in 1 cup of the shredded Parmesan cheese. And this is just so cheesy and rich and full of flavor and just a really, really big crowd pleaser. This makes a really big batch as well. So I'm going to use some plain Greek yogurt. You can substitute this for mayonnaise also if you'd like, but I have 1 cup of the plain Greek yogurt. And so like I said, this makes a really big batch, and you can take this to any kind of function where there's a group of people and it'll be devoured. Everyone loves this, and nice and low carb. So if you want to have kind of a low carb side with the veggie pieces to dip it into, and then a side for people who are not worried about any carbs, you can definitely have some sliced up sourdough or some crackers. So I'm adding in some artichoke hearts. I have a can of artichoke hearts. I'm going to dice these up so that they're a lot smaller and easier to eat when this is all done. And I added in my 1 tablespoon of garlic also as well into this. So some awesome chopped up artichoke hearts, which I just love artichoke hearts. They are really, really great. So this is just delicious and super easy. Gonna give it a little bit of a stir. It's not gonna mix that well until everything starts melting. But I'm going to cook this. You can cook it on high for about 2 hours or on low for about 3 hours, and then just keep stirring occasionally and mixing those ingredients up. You can stir about every 30 minutes, and then this will be ready to go. And you can keep it on the warm setting when you're serving it to keep it nice and tasty. So I'm going to give everything a stir to make it all nice and combined. It'll be all creamy and just really, really good. Tons and tons of flavor, and just a really great low carb option served with some veggies. I like serving it with carrots as well as bell peppers, and just really good. And then there's some really great low carb crackers out there also that you can serve it with. So I'm going to do some sausage and pineapple on a toothpick. I know I've already mentioned how much I love toothpick appetizers because they are easy and they are very mess-free when you are at a function or taking your appetizers somewhere. So I have my sausage, and you can use any kind you'd like. I have just a smoked sausage, and it's pre-cooked, but I like to cook it also a little bit on my stove. And I have my diced pineapple. I'm going to make a little sauce, a little glaze to kind of go on top of this to give it some really great flavor. I have a tablespoon of honey. I have some sesame oil, balsamic, and some soy sauce as well. So I'm going to do a tablespoon of all of the ingredients, and then I will mix it together and drizzle on top of this pineapple and sausage. Just really good, just a great finger food. And like I mentioned before, you kind of don't even need to have a plate for some of these. If you're at a function where it's mostly standing and you just can do a grab and go type appetizer, this one is really, really great. You could just kind of walk by and grab one. So I'm just going to drizzle this little mixture on top, and these are so tasty. These are a really big crowd pleaser and so, so easy. 2 ingredients and then the sauce. It definitely does not get any easier than that, and they are just such a great combination. I love beets. Beets are one of my favorite things. I can eat them plain. I can eat them on everything, salads. But I love this little beet appetizer. So I have walnuts, I have some feta cheese, and I have some arugula. So I am just going to add these ingredients onto my toothpick to do another toothpick appetizer. And nice and healthy, nice and low carb, just a really great, great appetizer to add to your list. And super easy, just putting it all onto the toothpick. So you will love this one. So now that everything is on its toothpicks, I'm going to use my same balsamic glaze, and I'm just going to pour this over the top. It makes it really pretty, and then the flavor on this is just so good. So I love this appetizer, and it is a huge crowd pleaser for sure. So I'm going to make some chicken salad, and I love chicken salad, really awesome, low carb. So I have 2 chicken breasts that I poached. I have a cup of mayonnaise. I have a teaspoon of dill, half a cup of dried cranberries, half a cup of chopped walnuts, half a cup of diced up celery. I like it pretty finely diced. And I'm just going to mix all of this up. So you can serve this. I'm going to serve it on some apple slices, but you can serve it on lettuce. For little lettuce cups is a really great appetizer. You can do some low carb crackers if you would like, but I'm going to put it on an apple slice today because I just love apples this time of year, and they're so refreshing and a really good combo with the sweetness, and just a really great appetizer to plate, and it's just another awesome grab and go. So I'm just going to put a dollop of the mixture onto the top of each apple slice. I hope you enjoyed these low carb appetizer ideas. I had so much fun making them for you, and I just had to share since it was requested that I make some low carb appetizers and share them with you. So here you go. If you ever have any requests, just let me know, leave me a comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.